Let's start by finding some machine-readable data sets about a country, and let's make it a country where most of us probably don't have experience with finding data, in this case, Fiji. So we see where it is on Google Maps, but there isn't anything you can download from Google Maps. So you might do a Google search, like Fiji and health. This gives you a lot of human-readable data sources and articles, which might be interesting to you, or the Ministry of Health and Medical Services. So you can learn a lot by doing this, but just because you're a person, if you're looking for machine-readable data that you can use in your database, this isn't really the best place to go, and there aren't really direct links from here to data sources. One of the best things you can search for on Google is Fiji Open Data. That'll give you links to different websites where you'll be able to do some more searches and find other data-oriented approaches to this project. Something that I always use for PostGIS projects is I search Fiji and shapefile. It doesn't necessarily matter at this point what topic comes back in the shapefile, but if you find a site that has some geospatial data about your country, there's a good bet that you'll be able to find even more geospatial data once you go there. So when I did this Fiji shapefile search, I saw that Data or Humanitarian Data site has at least some data about Fiji. I also see arcgis.com. Let's look at the first website, Humanitarian Data Exchange, or humdata.org. So when I search for Fiji here, I see health sites, infrastructure, poverty, several different data sets all about Fiji, just from that one link that I saw in Google search results. There is a shapefile. There's also CSV. Both types of data are useful for your project. Even if it doesn't have Latin long data, you could associate it with data in the future. For arcgis.com, it tells you to log in. Just go and click the search bar here, and if you search for Fiji, you're going to see any publicly available map or data set that's been published on an ArcGIS service. People don't always know that these are publicly available, so take caution before using anyone's private data or something affecting national security. However, one thing that's really useful from this is we can see someone has published a list of schools in Fiji. Open in Map Viewer. And we can see this is the kind of data that might be useful to us. So back on this page, you can find a GeoService URL. I'll come back to how to use this in a future video. You can also search Fiji and census, and you'll see information about what kind of data might have been collected. Here we have Fiji Population and Housing Census 2017. That sounds really useful because it's fairly recent, and because it's coming from the census, it's going to be a good official source of data. In this case, they've made it available as a PDF, which is fairly frustrating, but you might be able to find some tabular data that's been collected in the past, or you might be able to find a table that's particularly interesting from here and repeat it yourself. Another search you can do for globally available data is do OpenStreetMap download Fiji, and you'll find several different options. This is a map tiles site, but I prefer this GeoFabrik website, which will give you the actual points, lines, and shapes behind the Fiji dataset. So here you can get it as a shapefile, which I think is easier to use within PostGIS compared to the OSM original files. So what's also good about this is it shows you how recently this was modified, just 16 hours ago. So the data on here is almost an exact match with what's available on OpenStreetMap today.